for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Cowboys and the Saints on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 16 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Ready?
Gonna run again here with Pollard. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge one. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Cowboys at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 43-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Ready?
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game, and sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one. I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After a one-point game, 7-6. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped. And that can...
Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Steps away. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Come on, set. Field, black. Ready?
On play action, Lance. They'll roll him out right. And that is is incomplete here. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Hey, check, Mega. Ready.
Here's Pollard again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Ready?
Here's Lance to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. So remember, the Cowboys shake it up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
This is 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's Lance.
Flushed out right.
He finds his man, Pollard.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll run with Pollard.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Kamara up the middle. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Well, a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And taken at the 46. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? Right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That one into the hands of Tony downfield.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So we have come to halftime.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
But a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Lance. That is caught. Schoonmaker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. That is caught by Lamb.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Ready. Switch, yellow. Hut.
A give to Pollard running left.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Pollard one more time.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Let's go now.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Trey Lance
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Saints first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Saints 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive...
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Alante Taylor. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that... not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if he's got...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. First throw now for the backup Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now
on fourth down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Strike. Check. Strike. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Flush to his right.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Here's Carr.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Saints.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Back now in Arlington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Carr. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
A gain of 12. 1st down, New Orleans.
A give. This is Kamara. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3.
Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. At this stage of the game, with a score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you're practicing, you're going to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the play.
22 yards there, a first down.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Lance now on first down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On second down, here's Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Black shot.
On play action, Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now Carr throwing on second down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Throwing now is Carr. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Here we go. This is fourth down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
At the 12-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Carr now on first down.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carr to throw again.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. This is caught.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Carr. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Carr now to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Here we go.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught inside the 5. A big connection on that one. 42 yards. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Dallas, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.